Hello geeks and welcome back to Everyday Normal Greek. This time we start in a cockpit of an airplane and I am starting a new series, a new interest, starting playing a new game in this channel, Infinite Flight. It's a mobile flight simulator. It's available for Android and for iOS. I'm a big aviation geek. I'm a big fan of Infinite Flight, and just changed right now my screen to outside. Let's go back to the cockpit, and I really wanted to play this with you, and I found that this is the perfect time to start Infinite Flight with you guys. So let's not lose any more time. Today we're here inside the cockpit of an A350-900. We're going to execute a domestic Japanese like sort haul from like New Chitose, which is located in the north of Japan, in Sapporo. So from Chitose Airport in Sapporo all the way south to Tokyo Haneda. This is let me check a bit my briefing papers here. So this is going to take about 1 hour 16 minutes. Our flight level today is 34,000 feet. Okay, weather both in New Chitose and in Tokyo seems quite okay. In New Chitose, like, we have very good visibility and just 10 knots wind from 340 degrees, few clouds in level 0 to 0 and broken at 080. Nothing significant. In Tokyo it is predicted to be the same, just 12 knot wind from 120, very calm, no SIG in general. We're getting in the weather matter, and the plan for today is that we're going to depart from, let me open the map here. So we're going to depart from runway 1 right, and which is here on the south of New Chitose, of Chitose Airport. Okay, so we're going to depart from 1 right, then we're going to follow, I think, the Jeffy 2 seat 401 right, which is going to take us all the way south and like take a big turn, go all the way south. But let's not lose any more time. Let's see this actually on our map. So let me go through our checklist and start up the plane slowly and nicely. So we're starting with master switch on. But first we have to find the master switch in the electrical. So we're on, we see that the lights are coming on, the screens are coming on. We are doing right now the briefing. So our briefing, we can say, is complete. We're going to go anyway on the process, and I'm gonna brief you even more about it. Let's confirm that our brakes are set, parking brakes are set. Throttle is idle, this is checked. Spoilers are off, this is also checked. Flaps are retracted, check. No smoking should be on, so let's go to passenger stamp and no smoking on. We can hear the classic ding. Flight plan, we need to file our flight plan right now, so let's go ahead and file our flight plan. And yes, that's our flight plan. So flight plan is filed. So to complete our briefing, I see some like some wrong navigation point here, but that's not a problem. We're going to fix this. But in general, you see that we're going to go away from 01 right all the way to the north, then make this right turn, this series of right turns that will bring us on a south course. But of course I see a wrong, sometimes this happens in Infinite Flight because the IRAC databases are not sometimes the tool I use for the flight plans is not like exactly synchronized with the IRAC database of like of like infinite flight, and these mishaps happen sometimes, but that's why you always have to check it. So this Hotel Whiskey Echo waypoint here, we have just to open the map, find it, the Hotel Whiskey Echo, it's this one, and just clear it out of our flight plan. And I think right now, if we check the map again and may take a look in our flight plan, now it should be looking more normal. Yes, as you see, we're going to depart north, then take a series of right turns and start heading south, passing through various waypoints in our way south, all the way south in mainland Japan. I also see another in eastern USA. It's this squad waypoint. So let's just find squad from our flight plan also. Squad was wrong. And let me find it. I just found it. I'm clearing squad. I guess now it looks much better. Yeah, so we're going south to Tokyo, and then we're going to approach Tokyo and try to land in which runway? According to my plan, to 16 left. So I see 16 left. Okay, it's the green on the top side. This is 16 left. I see some mishap here on the flight plan, so I will try very fast. Right now, no standard terminal arrival, but I guess RJTT, like Romeo Juliet Tango Tango, excuse me, like to use a proper like aviation like alphabet. It seems that it's stuffed, so I guess the approach is going to guide us through 60 left, but just to have it there already. So I guess our flight plan is okay. As I told you, this is going to take about 1 hour and 16 minutes, this flight plan today. So our flight plan is filed and checked. Fuel quantity, let's go and check our fuel very fast. So if I open here and check our like weight and balance, we have like okay, we have some runways. Yeah, okay, that was a Unicom of New Cheetos. So we have like 17 tons, 17,815 kilos of fuel today, about 3 hours and 4 minutes of flight time.
7 Kilo Romeo, crossing runway 1 left.
Okay, that's a bit annoying, but we are in Unicom. So yes, and we have 312 passengers and a bit more than 20 tons of cargo. We're the total weight of the plane now, it's 1,924 kilos, way below the maximum landing weight of this plane. So we will be very good anyway. It's a sort like a domestic route for Japan Airlines. So let's continue with our checklist. Fuel quantities checked. 80s, we don't have 80s in this airport since it's not a control airport right now. We just have the Unicom, so we cannot monitor it. Weather is checked. In general, it will be good weather, just some mild winds coming from 340. Autopilot preferences, we have to set them right now. So we have to set our cruise altitude, which be for today, we set before it's in the briefing, it's 34,000 feet.
289 is 12 nautical miles to the south at 1,900 feet. Inbound for landing. We'll make straight in for runway 1 right.
I'm tuning out a bit from Unicom because we don't need it for now as we're setting up the plane. Then we just have to turn the seatbelt sights on. Seatbelt sights are on. And we hear right now from the cabin the announcement of the flight attendants. And that's our before start checklist again. No, we have more. Navigation lights. Navigation lights should be on. So let's go to lights. Navigation lights are on. Beacon lights should be on. Strobe lights and landing lights should be off. And pushback clearance. We won't receive pushback clearance since we are in in an uncontrolled airport. But now we're going to go back again to Unicom. We're going to go in the outside of the aircraft. Check here. And we're just gonna start our pushback. Let's outside, we're clear. And while we're on pushback, let's go to startup checklist. So throttle is confirmed idle, and we go to engines and we're starting engine number 1. So start. Engine number 1 is starting. Let us monitor the engine while we're going on a pushback. Let me change the camera to normal. All clear for our pushback. Engine 1 has started and is stable. We're going to start engine number 2 when we finish our pushback. Okay, we push back a bit to the left, but I guess we're all right. So let's go and stop it. And let's start engine number 2. Engine number 2 start. Let's check on our hood. N1 is rising. It will stabilize itself at 20%. And engine 2 is stable. So startup is complete. So let's go now. Before taxi checklist, seatbelts are on, and smoking, no smoking is on. Check. We have to set our flaps. Flaps should be set to
flaps 1F.
Flaps 1. Set. Trim should be set to around 30%, positive 30% for takeoff. Let's test our flight controls. So left pitch, right pitch, forward, left roll, right roll, sorry, forward, backwards, and then left rudder, right rudder. Controls are free and correct. Taxi clearance, we don't have a tower for taxi clearance, but we have Unicom, so we're going to announce our taxi towards runway 01 right.
New Cheetos Unicom, Japan Air 508, taxiing to runway 1 right.
And we're going to release the brakes. And apply some thrust, and we're good to go.
Flaps 1.
That was a mistake.
I'd like to ask you to direct your attention to the monitors above as we review the safety procedures.
Right side, the guy is not going anywhere, so we're clear.
When the seatbelt sign illuminates, you must fasten your seatbelt. Insert the metal fittings one into the other and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the
We're going to turn left to exit the ramp here, and then right again to go towards 01 right.
There are several emergency exits on this aircraft. Please take a few moments now to locate the nearest exit. In some cases, the nearest exit may be behind you. If you need to evacuate the aircraft, floor-level lighting will guide you towards the exit. Doors can be opened by moving the handle in the direction of the arrow. Each door is equipped with an inflatable slide, which may also be detached and used as a life raft.
Okay, left side is clear.
Oxygen and the air pressure are always being monitored. In the event of a decompression,
Right side looks clear also.
Actually appear in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth. Secure the elastic band behind your head and breathe normally. If you are traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask on first and then assist the other person. In the event of an emergency, please assume the braking position as displayed. A life vest is located in the pouch under your seat or between your legs. When instructed to
So we have completed our taxi checklist. Okay, we're heading towards 1 left right now. We're parallel to 1 left. So we would want to cross and come to the other side to go to 1 right. But because these runways are very close to each other, there is no taxiway, I think. between them, so I guess we'll have to go till the end, might be, of one left and then just cross. So today, yes, we're flying this beautiful bird, the A350-900. Very beautiful bird. Is one of the latest additions in Infinite Flight, and in terms of the simulator, is one of the most advanced airplanes right now in the sim in terms of features and in terms of flight model and everything. It's one of the most advanced. A really beautiful bird to fly. The approach from both sides looks pretty clear right now to me. So I guess we're good. We're just gonna cross here. Let's announce this on the Unicom.
New Cheetos Unicom, Japan Air 508, crossing runway 1 left.
Okay, we have to brake a bit and open my strobe lights as well,
Approaching runway 01 left.
because we're crossing a runway. Confirm that we're approaching one left. It is correct. I'm gonna leave my strobe lights on, and we're actually gonna prepare for takeoff anyway. We're alone today, so let's open the landing lights off, or landing lights on, and let's announce that we're just we're taking off from 01 right, departing to the south.
New Cheetos Unicom, Japan Air 508.
Let's check one more time.
Runway 1 right, departing south.
It is clear, both sides. So let's go back to the cockpit.
Approaching runway 01 right.
Let's brake a bit. Let's brake a bit. Let's take the final turn to line up.
On runway 01 right.
Okay, so we're lined up with the runway. Let's set the parking brakes. So let's confirm. Throttle is idle. The before takeoff checklist. Spoilers are retracted. Check. Takeoff flaps are set. Check. Trim is 30%. Checked. Cabin is ready. Takeoff clearance has been received. Strobe lights are on, and landing lights, we turned them on. So our before takeoff checklist is complete. I'm gonna go and turn on the hood as well, because it helps me a lot with monitoring the flight. And let's spool up the engines to around 40-50% in one. They seem stable. And toga.
On runway 01 right.
Airspeed is alive.
80 knots.
Cross checked.
V1, rotate. V2. Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Let's drop a bit the nose and drop a bit the speed to slow down our descent, our ascent, sorry. It's a fast girl in general. We are at above 2000 feet, so simply flaps up.
Flaps up.
And let's turn like autopilot. Let's bring it on slowly. So turn it on vertical speed at 2500 feet. Standard heading for now. Our speed should be going up slowly, and we're going to monitor this manually till it goes to 250. Let's set our LNAV right now to GPS, and the plane is going to start turning slowly towards our flight plan. Speed is rising a bit. At 250 we're going to hit the speed in autopilot as well. So 250 and here we are. So let's go to our climb checklist now and let's clear the plane like slowly. So gear is retracted, check. Flaps are retracted, check. Trim is set to 30%, check, this is not changing. Autopilot is engaged, check. LNAV is engaged, check. Landing lights should be off above the 1000 feet and seatbelts should be off above 10,000 feet. No spunking should stay on, so above 10,000 feet we're going to just turn our landing lights off and our seatbelts. Other than that, everything is good. And we've had, just like that, simple and nice, we have left New Chitose Airport. Let's go ahead and turn off the seatbelt sign.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may not
We
know
hear
that
the announcement in the cabin.
However, we always recommend to keep your seatbelt fastened while you're seated in case you encounter turbulence.
So since we're past 10,000 feet, we're going to speed up to our assigned speed in the climb profile, which is 320 knots. So let me uncheck the speed from the autopilot, power up the engines a bit and start going, increasing our speed slowly to 320 knots. Okay, so we're 20,000 feet, we hit the 28,000 feet, so let's just go and set our max climb speed, which is 0.85. We're currently at 0.84, so let me speed up a bit. 0.85, let me hold this. Let's reduce a bit our vertical speed to 2000 feet per minute, and let's gradually allow the plane to gradually fly all the way to 34,000 feet. And when we reach our cruise altitude, I'm gonna drop the speed in the autopilot to our cruise speed, which is 0.83 Mach. It's a pretty fast plane, A350-900. And it's a big plane, it's a long-haul plane. So if you're wondering why we're flying this route in Japan, with this plane, this domestic route that it's about an hour and 15 minutes to complete, you know, it's because that Japan is a very interesting has a very interesting air market. Okay, so because it is an island nation, the fastest way to travel through Japan, it's an island and it is a mountainous, it has mountainous like terrain, so the fastest way to travel through Japan is either by their super fast trains or by plane. Okay, and planes in Japan are used for commute purposes as well. And for example, if you check a domestic route, for example, check online the Sapporo to Tokyo route. Okay, it's been serviced by 3 or 4 Japanese airlines. Japan Airlines is among them, and it has around maybe 20 departures from each airport per day. So it is a commuter service for the Japanese, the airplanes, and the airlines operating in Japan, they usually operate really big planes on their domestic routes. So they operate 747, they operating 777s, they operating 787, the A350, A340, and all these big planes. We're just 1,000 feet away from our cruise altitude. That's why you hear this buzzer. So yeah, so the Japanese are using this for commuter purposes, and that's why you will see these huge planes operating their domestic routes and their short-haul routes, which is something unique around the world, but very, very interesting. And it was a good opportunity to make this short hop with you in this beautiful plane, which usually is used for long hauls, you know, the A350. So we're over there, so I'm gonna just go right now and drop the speed to the autopilot to 0.83. We see that the engines are spooling down. So our cruise, let's go through our cruise like checklist. So cruise speed is set, trim is set, should be set a bit lower, probably to 28% positive trim, something like that. Engines are checked. Let them check. They operate normally, N1 is normal, EGT is normal, or fuel is normal, so fuel quantity is checked as well. Autopilot is checked and set correctly. LNAV is checked or set on GPS and operating correctly, so our cruise checklist is set. We are on our cruise altitude. Let's admire the Japanese land from up there. So here we are, guys. We just had pretty uneventful cruise till now, and we're slowly approaching our top of the descent. So let's just make like a very fast briefing on our approach to Tokyo Haneda. It looks pretty hectic to me currently. So if we check, we're connected. Might be that we want to let it load a bit, but anyway, we can check that we have like right now full ATC. We should expect to go into control airspace and control airport, and I see that we're approaching our like top of descent. We have a bit of side wind around 104 knots, so we're going a bit sideways right now, a bit crabbing, but everything looks good besides that. So let's just start going all the way down. So let's start with descent preparations. So we have checked everything like fuel quantity. Let's check our fuel quantity over here. It's 197,500 is the gross weight, and 13,400 kilograms of fuel, way more than enough to reach our destination. So let's just start descending. I will just set the altitude in the autopilot to 10,000 feet as first step, and just reduce the vertical speed to 2,200 feet per minute. We want to expedite a bit our descent here, and we should expect to be in a pretty busy airspace right now. We cannot see it in the map, but trust me, you see airplanes around me right now. It's around us, and all are heading there. There is like 2 approach controllers. There are like, I think if I see correctly, there are like 3 approach controllers, 1 tower on ground, and of course the 80s. We should expect to catch the 80s soon. And according to our descent profile, we're just going to go with 0.83 Mach till 28,000 feet, 300 knots from 28,000 feet till 10,000 feet, and below 10,000 feet 250 knots. And of course we're going to obey in any instruction taken from approach ATC in the meantime. So let's continue with our approach checklist. Fuel quantity was checked. Weather, let's open them up again here and let's go. Oh my god, here it loaded now the planes. So here you can see it. Look what is happening. It's hectic. I see that the 34 and left and 34 right runways are being used, so might be that we'll have a change in our plan, so probably will not land in the 16 left. And if we check the METAR from Haneda, we see that there's like 11 knots wind from 130, so we'll have fairly like wind coming from the front, facing us like as we will land in the 34s. 10,000 miles visibility, few clouds at 030, scattered at 035, broken at 040, 11 degrees Celsius temperature, 0.8 degrees Celsius is the dew point, and I guess more or less it will be good weather, good visibility. Might be that it will rain till we will arrive. Might be they predict a bit of rain probably, but I might be that will not be there. Anyway, rain is not simulated in Infinite Flight nevertheless. So let's check then. Let's go fuel country. We check weather, checked seat belts. Let's check that is on. We will turn them on when we're around 18,000 feet to prepare everyone. No smoking is on. Might be that because we're going down fast. We have around 13 minutes ETE right now. Might be that we want to turn right now our seatbelts on. Yes, to start to let the cabin have enough time to prepare. No smoking is on. ATIS will be checked when it is available, when we will reach it. We're past 28,000 feet, so let's drop our speed to 300 knots according to our like speed envelope for the descent. Landing lights should be on below 10,000 feet. Cabin. Okay, so cabin will be ready when we, of course, we arrive there, so we have a lot of time to complete our approach checklist.
Tokyo Airport, ATIS information mic, time 1342 Zulu, wind 130 at 10, visibility 21, temperature 12, dew point 7, QNH 1017, remarks, no pattern work allowed, straight out departures only, landing runways 34 right, 4 and 34 left, departing runways 34 right, 34 left and 5, contact approach on 119.4 when arriving from the west, contact approach on 125.4 when arriving from the east, advise on initial contact. You have information, Mike.
Okay, we have information, Mike, and we have, since we are arriving, if we check from above, we are technically arriving from the east. So we have an eastern like pattern towards the airport, and we're going to go towards this eastern like line that you see that's forming there in the map. So we're going to contact 125.4 approach. Okay, so when 125.4 is available, maybe it's available in the map already. No, it's not, but when 125.4, this guy Yagu Bastari, when this guy is on our range, we're going to contact him, and we have information, Mike.
Japan Air 508 is 17 nautical miles north of Haikuri at 17,800 feet, requesting ILS approach any runway at Tokyo International.
Asiana 1011 heavy 60 knots.
Are we in the different?
Japan
Yes.
Air 508
Expecting vectors, so let's just turn off the GPS and let's just hold our current heading.
Japan Air 50,
And here's our
turn
vectors.
left heading 190, descend and maintain 8,000.
So left 190
1223, requesting descent to 10,000.
and
Delta
descending
167,
to
contact Tokyo
8,000.
Tower on 118.1.
Turn left heading 190, descend
Okay.
and maintain
8,000.
8,000. Japan Air 508.
and a bit faster.
Contacting Tokyo approach on 119.4, Juliet Lima.
So now that we have contact with him, we just follow the vectors.
1896, turn right heading
So we're just
270.
heading for below 10,000. The speed is okay. We're at 250 knots currently.
Turn left heading
I'm gonna
240,
going and turn.
Japan Air
Seatbelts are on.
508.
Sorry, we're going to go on and turn our landing lights. Landing lights are
Alpha
on.
Victor Alpha 2505,
So this is checked.
Turn right heading 270.
And soon we're going to tell the cabin to get ready, even though we still have some time about it.
Alpha 250.
Flaps 1.
Japan Air 508, turn right heading 200.
200.
United 2801 heavy, reduce speed to 210 knots. United 1.
Turn right heading 200, Japan Air
Let's
508.
put flaps 2 now.
Flaps
Turn
1.
left heading 190, Alpha November Alpha 008. Descend
And let's keep
maintain
it.
8,000, United 11 heavy. Bravo Alpha Victor Alpha 190 is 19 nautical miles north of Hyakuri at 19,400 feet.
Okay, we just reduced our speed to our assigned speed.
Bravo Alpha Victor
We're
Alpha
just going on our assigned like
runway 34 right of Tokyo
altitude slowly. Let's retract the spoiler since we have flaps now to keep us on track for the speed.
Alpha Victor Alpha 190.
Yes, and we can actually like... Okay, I see the speed is going up a bit, so let's reduce a bit our vertical speed. Our descent, and yes, now we can keep our speed much easier.
Bravo Alpha Victor Alpha 190, Japan Air 508, turn right heading
310 set.
Descend and maintain 2000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34
Okay,
right
so we're cleared for the approach, so let's read back, and now we're just focusing on capturing the localizer and the glide slope.
Tokyo approach, Mike Alpha Echo
Still, we haven't captured yet, but soon we're about to.
7 nautical miles north of Miho at 18,000 feet, requesting ILS approach any runway at Tokyo International. Japan Air 32 Heavy is 8 nautical miles south of Oshima at 16,000 feet, requesting ILS approach any runway at Tokyo International. Turn right heading 300, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 right, November 561 Juliet Victor. Japan Air 32 Heavy, contact Tokyo approach on 119.4. Air Force 1, contact Tokyo approach on 119.4. Contacting Tokyo approach on 119.4, Air Force 1. Tokyo approach, Japan Air 22, with you. Japan Air 424 Heavy, reduce speed to 180 knots. Reduce speed to 180 knots, Japan Air 424 Heavy. Contacting Tokyo approach on 119.4, Japan Air 32 Heavy. Japan Air 22, contact Tokyo approach on 119.4. Contacting Tokyo approach on 119.4, Japan Air 22. Mike Alpha Echo Yankee Oscar, Japan Air 508, you're aligned with the wrong runway. Please check runway assignment. Japan Air 508, please follow instructions or you will be ghosted. Turn right heading 260, descend and maintain 3000, United 2801 Heavy. Turn right heading 100, climb and maintain 5000, Japan Air 22.
Okay, we made a mistake, so let's correct this manually.
Maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 right approach.
Let's start descending. Let's reduce speed.
Turn left heading 240, descend and maintain 5000,
Flaps
November
down.
7 Delta Echo.
Turn right heading 100, climb and maintain 3000.
Too low,
3000
gear.
until established on the
Gear down.
localizer, cleared ILS
Gear down.
runway
Flaps full.
right, average 97.
Flaps full.
Japan Air 528, turn right heading 250, descend and maintain 3000.
Reduce speed to 160 knots, Japan Air 508.
Japan Air 508, contact Tokyo Tower on 118.1.
I have control.
November 561 Juliet Victor, contact Tokyo Tower on 118.1.
We will have to
Turn left heading
to reply,
150, United
and I have to say like that was bad.
Japan Air 508.
I'm going around.
Number 1, cleared to land, runway 34 left, Japan Air 4560.
Going around, Japan Air 508.
Japan Air 508, roger.
Okay,
Make
let's
right
go.
traffic
Let's go
runway
again. Let's go
34
around.
right.
Go around.
November 561 Juliet
So let's climb to
Victor,
3000
number 1,
feet.
runway 34 right,
Gear
cleared
up.
to land.
Flaps up.
Flaps 3, flaps 2, flaps 1.
Romeo Juliet
Flaps
X-ray,
1.
runway 34 left.
So let's
clear
keep flaps
Japan
1.
Air 508, contact Tokyo approach on 119.7.
Somehow I
Japan Air
missed.
19 heavy, line up and wait runway 5.
Contacting Tokyo approach on 119.
Somehow I missed the like.
Turn right heading
The glide slope.
150, Mike Alpha Echo Yankee Oscar. United 2801 Heavy, increase speed to 210 knots. Japan Air 22, turn right heading 240, descend and maintain 1000.
Tokyo approach, Japan Air 508 with you.
Turn right heading 240. Descend and maintain 1000. Japan Air 2.
Okay, let's keep the speed.
United Japan Air 508. Execute missed approach. Turn right heading 030. Climb and maintain 3000.
030.
Roger. Japan Air 22. Alpha November.
Executing missed approach, turn right heading 030, climb and maintain 3000, Japan Air 508.
Japan Air 424 Heavy, request frequency change. Turn right heading 230, descend and maintain 8000, Bravo Alpha.
Okay, sorry guys for not talking, we're just executing a missed approach because I just missed my glide slope somehow, I don't know how.
118.1. United 280.
Let's check again.
Speed to 180 knots.
We were landing to 34
Japan
right.
Air 22, report airport in sight. Contact
And
Tokyo
here I
Tower
set
on
nav 1.
118.1.
Oh
Japan
my,
Air 424
I forgot to set the nav 1
Wilco,
here.
Japan Air 22. Reduce speed to
No,
180 knots.
here,
United
probably.
2801 Heavy.
Right?
United 1.
Aha, we should have changed the source.
Turn right heading
Okay,
260,
okay guys.
Descend and maintain 3000. Turn right
Hopefully we will land this time.
260, descend and
I had the
maintain
wrong source
3000.
and I didn't
November
see when I
257
actually...
Tokyo approach.
oh my god, okay, I had wrong setup.
All Nippon 637 is 4 nautical miles southwest of Chofu at 32,700
So we just executed a missed
feet.
approach
Requested
because
radar
I
access to
didn't
Tokyo
set up
International.
correctly
Japan
the
Air 359,
GPS,
turn right
the
heading
navigation of the
230.
plane for the ILS.
Turn right heading
But we executed
230.
missed approach and we're
Japan
just
Air
going back in
359.
line to land again.
All Nippon 637, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 34 right at Tokyo International. All Nippon
It was pretty
637,
fail, thank
turn
God
left
we didn't
heading
get any
090,
report from them.
descend and maintain +5 nautical
Okay,
miles
so I
south
guess
of
we're
Japan
just
Tower,
going to
8
make a sharper turn this time and go in a more vertical way. I think the guy thinks that, you know, we were not able to capture the glide slope. It was difficult, the approach he assigned us or something, but the truth is it was a big mistake from me, actually. He gave us pretty good like vectors. Okay, here we are. 290.
Maintain 3000. Maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 34 right.
Okay, so he cleared us again.
Frequency change approved. Speedbird 7.
Let's reduce speed to 180 and flaps to.
Turn left heading 200.
Flaps 2.
Turn right heading 290, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 3.
And this time we have set the source on our navigation, on our now nav in the correct source, so hocally we'll see when we will be when we are like capturing the localizer.
Alpha Alpha Victor Alpha 7. Reduce
So okay, so we turn and we're just heading there.
Reduce speed to 230 knots. Alpha Alpha Victor Alpha 212. Alpha Foxtrot Kilo Lima Mike 107. Turn left heading 050. Descend and maintain 8000.
Let's check the airplane from outside.
Contact Tokyo Tower on 118.1.
With the flaps, really beautiful. And I like this wing flex.
007.
His wing flex is beautiful.
Kilo Lima Mike 107. Reduce speed to 230 knots.
Let's concentrate now on the approach and let's not execute another missed approach, guys.
9,300 feet. Requesting ILS approach any runway at Tokyo
Let's turn just a
International.
tiny bit to 300 to be able to capture this. Maybe to 310. Otherwise we'll not be able to capture this.
Turn right heading 190, Japan Air 19. Alpha Alpha Victor Alpha 10, descend and maintain 8000. Alpha Alpha Victor Alpha 13.
Just a that bit correction and let's go like to 300 again.
Turn right heading 250, Alpha Alpha.
Hopefully we'll be able to capture the localizer.
Japan Air 19, reduce speed
This
to
time.
210 knots. Reduce speed to 210 knots.
For now it seems that
Japan
we're
Air
below the glide slope.
Genex 158, reduce speed to 230
And
knots.
the localizer is on the left of us.
1898. Alpha Alpha Victor Alpha 7, turn left heading 200. Alpha India Victor Alpha 021 Heavy, turn left heading 160.
Turn left heading 200, Alpha Alpha Victor Alpha 7.
Alpha Alpha Victor Alpha 2 is 13 nautical miles northwest of Hyakuri at 13,700 feet, requesting ILS approach any runway at Tokyo International.
turn left heading 160, Alpha India Victor Alpha 0.
Okay, the glide slope is alive and the localizer is alive. Okay, so let's arm the approach.
Turn right heading 150.
Okay,
Alpha
approach is
Foxtrot
armed.
Lima Mike 107.
And now we just we're established on the localizer, so let's go and clear up the plane. Let's go with our like checklist. So cabin is ready, so let's make the cabin ready again. Let's give them a sign. So the cabin is ready, approach is set, flaps should be set to like full, but first let's reduce speed to 160.
Turn right heading 020, climb and maintain 5,000.
And flaps full.
Force 1, turn
Flaps
right
3,
heading 060,
flaps full.
And gears down.
descend and maintain 5,000.
Gear down.
Gear down.
6, turn right heading 230. Orion S765, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 34 right at Tokyo International. Executing missed approach, turn right heading 020, climb and maintain.
Okay, things are going well. We're just realigning, the autopilot realigns us in the glide slope. Okay, we're contacting the tower. Let's say a thank you to him because he didn't report us.
Thank you, Japan Air 508.
Turn right heading 220.
Okay, so let's call inbound in the Tokyo Tower and say landing
Line
to
up and wait, runway
on the
34
ILS
left, 1
on
kilo.
the 3-4 right.
Tokyo Tower, Japan Air 508, inbound on the ILS runway 34 right with information November.
Okay, we're number 2 clear to land. We have our clearance.
Number 2, runway
Perfect.
34 right, cleared to land.
So we're set,
Tokyo Tower,
flap set,
1
trim
kilo,
set,
ready for
and
takeoff at runway
everything
5,
is set, cabin is ready, so our checklist
Number
is
2,
done,
clear to land,
and
runway 34 right, Japan Air
we're
508.
ready to land.
1
So
kilo, disregard last message. 1 kilo, line up and wait runway 5.
so
Line up
let's
and wait runway
let's
5, 1
okay,
kilo.
disengage autopilot. My plane. So we have the airplane now.
500.
Let's reduce approach speed to around 140. We're in the glide slope. I have the nav aids on, unfortunately. It helps me a bit, but it would be more realistic without them. Just following
1 kilo,
my hood.
Runway 5 cleared for immediate takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 5, 1 kilo.
100.
Tokyo
Okay.
Tower, Philippines 251,
50,
ready for
40,
takeoff
okay.
at runway 5
Retard.
departing
Retard.
west.
100 remaining.
Philippines
Oh, whoa.
251,
What was
line
that?
up and wait runway 5. Bravo Alpha Victor
What
Alpha
was that?
008, exit runway when able, contact ground on the taxiway.
Line up and wait runway 5, Philippines 251.
We're still flying, right?
Bravo Alpha Victor Alpha 190, exit
Approaching
runway
minimum.
when
That
able,
was strange.
contact ground on the taxiway.
Okay, let's go for the
Wilco,
no
Bravo Alpha Victor
no
Alpha
graphics
008.
pilot. Okay,
Wilco,
proceed
Bravo Alpha
minimums
Victor
actually.
Alpha 190.
400 remaining. 700 remaining. 1000 remaining.
Alpha Foxtrot Kilo
I think
Lima
there's some
100,
trouble with the
cross
lag.
runway 34 left, please
Okay,
exit
we're
right.
losing speed.
2000
We're losing
remaining.
speed. I just lost
Crossing
speed with all
runway
this, and
34
let's
left,
just
Alpha Foxtrot
speed
Kilo
up
Lima
now.
Mike
Emergency.
100. Alpha Foxtrot
Okay,
Kilo
carefully.
Lima Mike 100. Contact Tokyo ground on
Okay,
118.22.
okay. We don't need more
Contacting
speed.
Tokyo ground on
We're back on track.
118.22. Alpha Foxtrot Kilo Lima
That
Mike
was a very-
100.
Long landing. Long landing.
I don't know why they say
Tokyo
this.
Tower, Tango Kilo
I think there is some
225
troubles with the
inbound
game.
on the ILS runway
With the
34
simulation
left,
right now, we're
information
pretty
November.
good.
Tango Kilo 225, number 2, runway 34 left, cleared to land.
We're still on
Number 2,
track.
cleared to land, runway 34 left, Tango
Okay.
Kilo 225.
Let's reduce our
Philippines
speed.
251, runway 5 cleared for takeoff. 1 kilo, frequency
Okay.
change approved, good day. Frequency change approved 1 kilo, good
Almost
day.
there.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 34 right,
Okay,
Mike Alpha Echo
we're
Yankee
down.
Oscar. Japan Air 903, line up and wait runway.
Long landing. Long landing.
Japan Air 508, exit
Spoilers
runway
have
when
been
able,
armed.
contact ground on the taxiway. Line up and wait
Okay,
runway 5,
brakes.
Delta 786 Super.
Braking normally.
Philippines 251,
And let's
frequency
just
change
exit
approved,
the
good
runway
day.
here.
Frequency change approved.
Oh my god, it's just, I don't know, it's horrific. It's horrific right now. It's just horrific.
This will indicate that we have parked at the gate and that it is
Let's
safe
answer
for
the
you to
guy.
move about. At this
Wilco,
time, you may
Japan Air
disconnect.
Okay, we're
508.
out safely, thank God.
Victor 1001. Request permission to cross runway 34 left.
And let's just contact the
Tokyo
ground.
Tower, velocity. November 4 for Echo uniform. Disregard last message.
Let's
Tokyo ground, Japan Air
Stop here.
508. Request taxi to parking.
That was horrific.
Give way to aircraft. Japan Air 199 heavy.
We're out right now,
Foxtrot Tango
so we're
Whiskey
just
Oscar
waiting
heavy.
for parking
Taxi
clearance.
Japan Air
Taxi to
508,
parking.
Taxi to parking. China Eastern
I hope I just parked in a normal commercial gate and not in a, like some like cargo one. In a passenger gate, you know. Okay, let's align here. Almost there. Almost there. And brakes. So let's set our brakes. Okay, and strobe lights are off, landing lights are off, spoilers are retracted, flaps are up, our trim is out.
Tokyo ground, all Nippon 9
Okay, let's
ready for
put it
pushback
out,
information for path,
and
requesting runway 5.
which is
Tango
the
Oscar
shut
Kilo
down
Yankee
checklist.
Oscar,
Brakes
taxi
are
to
set,
runway
throttles
5,
are
contact
idle,
tower when
engine
ready.
1 stop.
Taxiing to runway 5, Tango Oscar Kilo Yankee Oscar. Lufthansa
It's stopped.
215,
Engine 2
pushback
stopped.
Approved. Expect runway 5.
Good.
FedEx 85 heavy.
Seatbelts
Pushback
off.
approved. Expect runway 5.
Smoking stays on.
All
Navigation
Nippon 9
lights
pushback
stay on.
approved.
Beacon
Expect
lights
runway 5.
are
Pushback
off.
approved. All Nippon 94. November 4.
So nav lights on, beacon lights off. Flight plan, let's clear it.
Pushback approved. Lufthansa 215.
Great.
To aircraft. November 455 Kilo Whiskey.
And that's it. We completed the checklist. We completed the
FedEx 85 heavy. Tokyo ground, Kilo Alpha
this
Mike
flight.
764 heavy.
I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this flight with me. I'm planning to do even more flights in the future in Infinite Flight and participate in more of the events and show you more footage from flying in the expert server. That was the expert server. That was Infinite Flight. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for being here. Subscribe to my channel and support me. Hit the bell button to take all the latest notifications in your YouTube activity about my channels, in your YouTube homepage about my channel's activity. Smash the like button if you like this video. Let me know what you think down in the comments, maybe about the funny situations in this video and all this like unexpected stuff that we met. Thank you for being here again for the third time. I was Tamatis, you are an everyday normal Greek, and stay tuned. I will see you next time. Bye.